In the midst of winter, it's absolutely freezing. Seasonal affective disorder has got you down. Daylight hours are gone in a tick. Did I mention it's absolutely freezing? Well, in the Hogan household, there's only one prescription. Lots of coffee, lots of chocolate, and pretty much any comfort food I can get my paws on. But is it all that healthy? Well, there's only one way to find out.
Comfort foods are those dishes which provide emotional and physical satisfaction. They are typically high in refined carbohydrates, which stimulate the release of neurotransmitters, which make us feel happier and more energized, a common goal we have in winter.
Jenny, South Africans' big offenders when it comes to winter warmers and comfort foods are high carb, high salt meals. So we're looking at soups and breads, we're looking at stews, we're looking at pap and vleis. But are these actually sustainable and healthy for a South African home?
Unfortunately, in winter, our instinct is to go for these higher fat, richer foods. However, we have to remember that from winter to summer, our day-to-day energy requirements don't change. And these foods are often very calorie dense. And if we exceed our calorie intake day to day, then we at increased risk of weight gain and long-term developing obesity. So the odd treat, the odd indulgence from time to time is okay. But on a daily basis, you've got to be cautious about what you're eating.
So Jenny, what sort of options would be more viable to sustain a healthy winter hunger?
Try and focus on a good combination of meals, lots of salads and veggies at the meals. Incorporating the veggies as the basis of soups and stews and casseroles in this warm context, you still feel more satisfied from them. With that, throw in some lean proteins. And when it comes to the carbohydrates, because often it's these high refined carbs, pastas, lots of nice breads to go with the soups, you don't have to cut them out, but rather focus on having the higher fiber, less processed options. A key is also to avoid adding lots of creamy sauces and butters and salt to it.
While we tend to eat our way to warmth, we also turn to warm liquids for a bit of a lift. Coffee is definitely the drink of choice for South Africans.
Sarah, we live in the coffee generation, but let's be honest now, is coffee actually good for you?
Actually, they are really good for you, especially if you're drinking high quality coffee. They're really high in antioxidants, more so than fruit and vegetables, as well as they have other amazing qualities of being able to prevent type 2 diabetes. It's great for heart disease and certain types of cancers. And it also gives you that kick that gets you going, particularly when it's cold in the morning. You have a nice warm cup of coffee, and the caffeine in there just gives you that edge.
But given that it's winter, obviously coffee spiking drinks. People are drinking more, they want to get warm. But how much is going to be too much?
I think anything more than 4 or 5 cups a day is probably not great. More so because of the caffeine content of the coffee. Gets your heart going a bit fast, so it's really important to drink water while you're drinking your coffee. And if it is getting a bit much, switch over to decaf. There is some amazing decaf coffees out there, and you can still enjoy the coffee experience without having to worry about the caffeine.
Okay, so moderation is key when it comes to our cup of coffee. But the modern day cup of coffee comes with cream, it comes with sugar, it comes with wings. What sort of balance will we be finding in this regards?
There's nothing wrong with having a bit of cream and sugar or milk in your coffee. You need that extra bit of calcium in your diet as well as the sugar for the energy. But remember, you also want to go back to the basics of coffee. And if the milk and sugar is getting a bit much in your diet, just go straight and black and enjoy it. Then you'll get the full benefits of the coffee and actually get to taste it a little bit more.
The final part of the winter warming trinity is typically chocolate. It contains more than 300 chemicals, including antioxidants and varying amounts of caffeine. So indulging in decadent chocolate definitely has an effect on your mood, but it can also be really good for you.
Laura, let's be honest, let's not beat around the bush. Is chocolate actually good and healthy for you?
You know it is. Not every kind of chocolate. It really depends on how the chocolate is made and where it's sourced from.
So what chocolates in the winter months should we be looking forward to? Also be healthy, but also keep warm.
Definitely you want to go for at least a dark chocolate, preferably something that's organic. Preferably fair trade is really important.
Laura, you should know. You seem like a really happy person. What is it in the chocolate that makes you feel so good?
One of the main things about chocolate, cacao, is it's full of bliss chemicals. When you eat chocolate, it gives you the same feeling as being in love. So chocolate is, on the RX scale, scientific superfood scale, highest in antioxidants and minerals.
Laura, the one thing about chocolate is we know it pairs so well with so many things, but again, if I'm looking for that healthy option, what's the best thing as an additive in my chocolate to go for as a healthy option?
As a rule of thumb, the less refined, the better. Look for more natural additives, like raw nuts, spices, herbs, and even chili. Chili is a natural thermogenic. It also makes you feel good. And if you're trying to get the winter chill out of your system, it will warm you up.
Speaking of which, Laura, I see you have a chili bar here. Shall we tuck in and feel good this winter then?
Yes!
Dark chocolate can improve blood flow and lower blood pressure. It can improve cholesterol levels and lower the risk of heart disease. Plus, research is showing it can also improve the health and tone of your skin.
So when it comes to comfort foods this winter, the golden rule is in moderation and making the smart choice. Being in a raw organic chocolate factory might not be in moderation, but I can guarantee you it's the right choice.